New cards, PogChamp. New cards, PogChamp. First and foremost, graduate in style with Subspace Battle. We'll get the easy ones out of the way so we can get to the overframes. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Apply this effect 3 times. Each player reveals a monster in their deck, except a monster with the question mark attack. Add the monster with the higher attack to the hand of the player that chose it and destroy the monster with lower attack. And if you do, inflict 500 damage to the player that chose it. If they have the same attack, shuffle them into the deck. The player can activate the effects of monsters with the same name as the monster they chose for the rest of the turn. This is a cool card. It's not a good card. It's a cool card. Next up. Trick your foes with the Clown Clan. Okay, so I guess I'll be the one to ask it. Why are they calling this Clown Clan? This Clown Clan is not the name of this archetype. We have the name of the archetype. It's not Clown Clan. Okay. Clown Crew Biancaviso. And over at YG Organization, they go, no, we're calling it Clown Clan Whiteface. Jesus Christ. You can tribute summon this card by tributing a Ritual, Fusion, Synchro Xyz, Pendulum, or Link monster. If this card is tribute summoned, you can either draw cards equal to the number of monsters tributed for its tribute summon, or negate the effects of face-up cards your opponent controls equal to the number of monsters tributed for its tribute summon. Once per turn during your opponent's main phase, you can immediately, after this effect resolves, tribute summon a monster. Clown Clan Flare. You can ritual summon this card with the Clown Clan card. You can reveal this card in your hand, add a Clown Clan card from your deck to your hand, then discard a card. If tributed, you can activate one of these effects. Either shuffle all ritual monsters on the field or graveyards into the deck, or change an effect monster on the field to face non-defense position. Clown Clan Diablo, 2 monsters with the same attribute but different types. If your tribute summon monster attacks a defense position monster, double pierce. If this card is tributed, you can activate one of these effects, return all fusion monsters on the field in the graveyard in the extra deck, and set a Clown Clan trap trick. Clown Clan Meteor. Your opponent can activate cards or effects when your monster is tribute summoned. If this card is tributed, you can activate one of these effects, return all synchro monsters on the field and all the graveyards to the extra deck. Target a Clown Clan card in your graveyard, except for Meteor, add it to your hand. Clown Clan Devils. Your tribute summon monsters gain 1,000 attack. If this card is tributed, you can activate one of these effects, return all Xyz monsters on the field and in the graveyards to the extra deck. Set a Clown Clan spell from your deck. And Clown Clan Rehearsal. Either tribute a monster from your hand or field to add a Clown Clan Whiteface and a Clown Clan spell trap from your deck to your hand, except for Rehearsal. You can banish this card from your graveyard to ritual summon a Clown Clan Ritual from your hand by tributing monsters from your hand or field. Total levels exceed that monster. We're just putting ritual effects on non-ritual spells now. Clown Clan Matinee. During your main phase, you can special summon a Clown Clan monster from your deck or extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. You can't activate the effects of monsters special summon from the deck or extra deck until the end of next turn. During the end phase, you can draw a card for each type of monster tributed this turn and set a spell trap from your hand. Clown Clan Malabarism. Special summon 2 Clown Clans from your deck or extra deck, ignoring their summoning conditions. Also, you can't activate the effects of monsters special summoned from the deck and extra deck till the end of the turn after this card resolves. During your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it and tribute a monster from your hand to field, then target a card on the field, return it to the hand. Clown Clan Soiree. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use one of these effects of this card's name once per turn. You can't activate the effects of monsters special summon from the deck and extra deck until the end of the next turn after this card resolves. Special summon 2 Clown Clans from your deck and extra deck, ignoring their summoning conditions, and add a Clown Clan monster from your deck to your hand. During the main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, tribute summon a Clown Clan monster face up. And Clown Clan New Face. During the standby phase, you can shuffle 3 Clown Clans from your graveyard and banishment into the deck. Draw a card. If you tribute summon a monster, you can target other spell traps on the field up to the number of monsters tributed to destroy them. And if this card is sent to the graveyard except from the field, you can place it face up on your field. Wow, this is a hard deck to place. It has an interesting play loop, right? But it's nothing that I am too excited about. It seems to be very good at getting all of its pieces. And it seems to be very good at, like, being able to pivot which of the tribute effects you want to activate. I just don't think any of them seem very good. Like, am I wrong here? I get the idea. You're meant to deploy the individual summoning types of Clown Clans and then use them as material to tribute summon Whiteface, which can negate opponents' monsters and get a little bonus based on what you tributed, but every bonus is just pretty bad. The spells and traps seem fine. I'm specifically excited about both Soiree and New Face. I think are interesting cards. but it just doesn't really excite me. Lithium has a video on it? Yeah, I'll do that. I think the scariest part of this is the tribute is generic and I'm not seeing locks. There's like a lock from the extra. So, unfortunately, I think it will probably be used
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a new clown.
To tribute summon like Vanity's Fiend. Oh yeah, there's there it is. There's Majesty's Ruler.
Face clown crew archetype. Clown crew, clown face. Of the deck is to get out your. So again, true Draco style. And keep in mind, you know, they are
really not anything I ever wanted to hear. True Draco style.
Trigger, you know, getting you more free
Draco
stuff.
style.
Okay, so let's see. They have the power normal spell is essentially discard 1 to search 2, including the clown face tribute monster. So a really nifty card. I negated Perulia, even though it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm assuming that we are going to draw a lot of cards, and one of them being at least maybe 1 Ash. Okay, so we draw 2, we set, because we tributed the Exceed, set a spell, because we tributed the, what was it, the Synchro, we got back something from the graveyard, and we drew 2 cards. This is not all, you know, we use the Continuous spell to cheat out another extra deck monster. Let's see, we tributed the Fusion, so now we can set directly on the tracks. The Verudras doesn't matter, again, you're not able to use their effects, so it's just fodder.
That's rough.
I don't know, because it doesn't matter, it just doesn't matter. We're getting hits, which is fine, because we're drawing 4 in the end phase, and this is so cool, is you're drawing 4 in the end phase, and the card, the Continuous spell, also gives you the option of setting a spell or trap during the same end phase. So let's say if you draw a Crown or Imperm, you can set that, so that's really nifty. Okay, the Continuous spell is basically a pot of evidence, also hits banished stuff, you know, from your engine to draw 1. It does more, but you'll see in a few moments. The other trap, it gives you the ability to cheat out 2 extra monsters, again very similar to one of the spells, and at the same time banish the trap, and it becomes an escalation of the monarch. You can tribute summon your Clown Crew monster to the field. The gimmick of
I get it.
Of the archetype.
It ain't making me laugh, but I get it.
Crew monster can tribute summon during your opponent's turn. Here, sadly, if my opponent.
All right, next up. There will be peace on Earth with Enneacraft. Trito Enneacraft Expaticia. Okay, it's got the little Enneacraft effect. You can reveal this card in your hand, special. When your opponent activates a card effect that includes an effect that sets a card, you can change this face down card to face up defense position, add an Enneacraft from your deck to your hand, flip, destroy a spell trap your opponent controls, and special summon a monster from your hand in face down defense position. Okay? Enneacraft Atil Spia. This one has the big Enneacraft effect because it's a big Enneacraft. When your opponent activates a card effect as Chainlink 3 or higher, you can change this face down card to face up defense position, negate the activations of. What? Negate the activations of your opponent's cards and effects activated before this effect in the chain. And if you do, destroy the negated cards. And then Enneacraft reset. Put an Enneapolis from your deck or face-up graveyard in your field zone, or if you already control one, negate the effects of face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of cards in your pendulum zone instead. If your opponent activates a card effect while this card is in your graveyard, banish it, change Enneacraft monsters you control to face-down defense position up to the number of cards in your pendulum zone. What the fuck? Wait, sorry. What is this third effect? After this card was flipped face up, while it is in the monster zone, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of their own cards and effects. Oh no. That's unbelievable. So, if you're unfamiliar with the current state of Enneacraft, it's not great. The deck has put up some results, despite the fact that a lot of people were talking about how it was the worst of the 3 decks in the deck build pack. I think it has beat those allegations, and it is at minimum playable at a rogue level. It won the remote regional, I believe, but I think that a lot of that has to do with 2 things. Firstly, you have to hit the right matchups. This deck has a super lopsided matchup spread. It is not able to beat anything splashing Mitsurugi. And secondly, a lot of people are just unfamiliar with playing against it. So I think as they get familiar, it will be less good. But a lot of the reason that it's not good is because it doesn't really have the ability to directly respond to what you want gone. Not only are a bunch of their cards work in a really frustrating way where they're able to respond on a new chain afterwards, but a bunch of them, and by that I mean all of them, don't account for chain blocking. The deck just can't beat the ability of people to order their simultaneous effects in such a way that you can respond to them. Which is why this effect is unbelievable. This first one, Chainlink 3 or higher transmigration, already makes it the best Enneacraft by a lot. But you can't chain to your own shit? Like, that's good even if it doesn't specifically resolve the Enneacraft problem. That's a good effect to be playing. This third card also, Enneacraft Reset, is really strong. If your opponent activates a card or effect while this card is in your graveyard, just start flipping. You don't have to wait for them to get the effects you want. Really, really good stuff. I hate to be like this. Like, these are exactly what the deck needed. All right, next up. Moving Point Pendulum. Once per turn during the standby phase, place a T counter on this card. Some of you, once per turn, you can target a pendulum monster in your main monster zone. Move that pendulum monster to an adjacent main monster zone a number of times equal to the number of T counters on this card. Then, if there's any opponent's fusion or exceeds monsters with a level rank equal to or lower than the targeted monster's pendulum scale in its column, destroy as many of them as possible. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the total attack they had on the field. Man, these math cards. They are really jerking themselves off about the math cards. All right, next up. Hero Flash. Activate one of these effects. For the rest of the turn, if a hero monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of heroes you control. Destroy them. Take an elemental hero monster from your graveyard and either add it to your hand or special summon it. And for the rest of the turn, elemental hero monsters can attack your opponent directly. Terrible. Awful card. It's all the hero flashes. Why even? It's bad. It's not good. All right. Let's talk about the fucking lock overframes. Let's do these real quick. Wake Cup Kuro. You can reveal this card in your hand. Add a wind flip monster from your deck to your hand, except Wake Cup Kuro. Discard a card. Flip, target another face-up monster of the field. Change it to face-down defense position. Quick effect, you can target a second monster. Change it to face-up defense position. This is the first one of these that has been good. These are really, really exciting all of a sudden. This is a really powerful effect. Super, super excited. And Solemn Report. This is one that is really frustrating to see. You can activate this card the turn it was set by revealing one of your other set traps. When a spell trap card is activated, activate one of these effects. Pay 1,500 to negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. And if you do, for the rest of the turn, either player can activate that card's effects as well as cards with the same original name and their effects. Or pay 3,000 to negate the activation. If you do banish that card, then your opponent banishes all cards with the same original name in your hand and deck. Okay. If you play Sky Striker, lose. I mean, good. Side decking alive and well, Sag. This actually effect is not gonna matter at all once they ban side decking. Dude, a card that wins more going first. True. Negate your own MST and Runic Typhoon mirrors to deck rip them. Funny. Bro got a flat top. I love his haircut in this one. It looks so fucking strange. All right. Let's talk about the overframes. So, new batch of overframes. They look fucking unbelievable. All right, let's begin with Multiplying Karibo. When an opponent's monster declares an attack or an opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand once per turn if an opponent's monster attacks during damage calculation, or when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you can add to your hand or special summon a Dark Magician or a monster with 300, 200, then change that opponent's monster's attack to 0. So this card's not great, obviously. It's not particularly powerful. I do like it. I think it's funny. I saw a lot of Dark Magician players being like, this is just what we needed. No, it isn't. Chat's figured out it summons the Power Patrons. It summons Skull Servants. But no, mostly it is just not very good. It blanks 3 attacks. Yeah, okay, that is true. Winged Karibo Sabatiel, level 10. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can reveal this card in your hand and pay half your life points. Add a poly spell or a fusion spell from your deck to your hand. Shuffle this card into the deck, and you are hero locked. During your opponent's turn, if you have 1,000 or less life points, you can special summon this card from your hand, then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest attack among the monsters they control. Kind of a frustrating card here. If it was treated as a hero, I could see it being really good, but it's not, and so it isn't. There is a situation where I think hero players will play this and go, a hero lives, go down to 4,000, and then Verte Anaconda, and then Sabatiel, taking them down to 0. What would you search in hero with this? Fusion Destiny? Yeah. Star Junk Synchron. For a Synchro Summon, you can substitute this card for any Synchron tuner. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can target a level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard. Special this card. Special that monster. Their effects are negated. You are Synchro locked. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Junk Warrior cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects this turn. This, I mean, I hate to be like this. This doesn't seem very good. I've seen a lot of people be like, this is fucking crazy. Is it not just Junk Warrior, but you can special it from your hand? Am I crazy? It seems all right. What if Junk Synchron didn't take your normal? I don't think that that would change anything. This one's funny. Gaga Gaga Magician Gaga Gaga Magic. If this card is in your hand, you can special summon it and either Zubaba, Gaga, Go Go Go, or Dododo from your hand or graveyard, except for itself. And if you do, immediately after, Z-summon a Zubaba, Gaga, Dododo, Go Go Go, Jin, Heroic Champion, Number, ZW, or ZS monster using only these 2 monsters. When you do treat the level of one of those monsters as the same as the other. Watch the Jaxel short. I will.
Gaga Magician Gaga Magic is a level 4 spellcaster that can summon itself from hand and another Onomod archetype monster from hand or grave, and immediately make them into an Xyz monster from one of far too many archetypes to list in a YouTube short. And while some of these archetypes offer
he highlighted
less
6,
than
7.
stellar things to go into, a few of them add nothing at all to the playable pool. Take for example Heroic Champions, which all require warrior monsters, making Magician an invalid material for them. Unless you've got to face up DNA surgery, this option's gonna have to wait for a new generic champ. But then there's ZW, whose Xyz monsters are all rank 5. Theoretically, Magician can become any level, but only if it summons a monster of that level. Among the Onomots, there's plenty of 2s, 3s, and even 6s, but not a single 5. But that's nothing compared to how hard-pressed you'd be to find a Dododo Xyz monster this card can summon, because there are no Dododo Xyz monsters. None. Even if you think this card is just trying to cover every monster in Yuma's extra deck, this one clearly is just here because they'd feel bad leaving him out.
Yeah, I mean, someday there will be a do-do-do. I don't know. I don't think this card is going to change anything on Onomot. I think there was a Jaxel tweet that I liked a couple of days ago that was like, Gaga Gambara Knight has been out for a couple of months now. You know? All right, next up. This card is really fucking special. Hoshiyomi no Matsujushi Horoscope Magician. You can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. When an opponent's activated spell, card, or effect resolves, if you control a Magician Pendulum monster, you can negate that effect and destroy this card. Already pretty good. You can discard another Pendulum Magician monster, Performapal monster, or Odd Eyes monster to special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can add a Pendulum monster with 2,500 attack from your deck to your hand. You can target a Pendulum monster card you control, destroy it, then you can add a face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. That's right, a main deck Electromite. Honestly, that's what I wanted, so thank you. That's completely fine. I appreciate it. I think there's a lot you can do with this. I think they have to unban Electromite. Surely they unban Electromite now. Like, it'll be fine. This card can be alive at the same time as Electromite. It's a 1-card Canine combo. I don't want to play it in Canine. I want to play it with Electromite. This is one I think is a sleeper hit. Cyberse Code Magician, ritual summonable with Signet Ritual. If a link monster you control be used as a link material for a Cyberse monster, this card in your hand can also be used as material. If this card is sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you can activate this effect. You can't special summon for the rest of the turn except Cyberses. Send a Cyberse from your deck to the graveyard, or if ritual summon, to special summon that monster instead. This card is really good. This card is really good. Why is this card good? Because it can be summoned with Signet Ritual. So this means that Signet or Cyberse Witch can banish a spell to search this and a Signet Ritual, which means you can just do it for free. This effect you can send from hand or field to the graveyard is unbelievable if you've performed the ritual summon. So already it means that Signet Witch gets an extra material. It's just like whack-ass Splash Mage. But if you can perform the ritual summon, which you're going to be able to do pretty frequently, you can just summon a Cyberse from deck. Like, that's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. That is pretty good. All right, moving on. Here's the other ones. Deep Eyes White Dragon, the Blue Abyss Light, the Blue Abyss. Deep Eyes White Dragon, the Blue Abyss. You can discard this card to add a level 1 Light Tuner from your deck to your hand. I've seen enough. It's good. If a Blue Eyes Ritual monster or Blue Eyes White Dragon is sent to your graveyard, you can target one of them, special summon this card from your graveyard, and if you do, its attack becomes that monster's, but banish it when it leaves the field. This card's incredible. This card's really, really good. What are you talking about? This card's awesome. Holy shit. 3 more copies of Maiden. At minimum, it's also an extender. It doesn't say if Blue Eyes is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. If it's sent to the graveyard by you, it triggers. Man, I mean, I'm really impressed with it. Future Fusion Nova. This is the Sidra Future Fusion. They get better Future Fusion. This card looks awesome. When this card resolves, fusion summon a light fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your deck, including Cyber Dragon. Also, for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon except machines. Also, you cannot attack except with the summon monster, and they're linked. This card is fucking unbelievable. It's a 1-card full Earth Machine combo. Your brain is exactly where mine is. You can bin all the ABC monsters. I mean, you could. Hey, it makes Mechaba. It does. 1-card full Orchest combo too. I could see this showing up. I don't know where. Bin all the Drytron names. Usually you need Magical Scientist for that. Man, I kind of like it. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like it. Next up. Red Dragon Archfiend's Chain. Activate this card once per turn. You can activate this card. It was set by revealing an RDA in your extra. Reveal any number of monsters from your hand. Target effect monsters your opponent controls up to the number of tuners revealed. +1. They lose 100 and their effects are negated. All right, this one is not very good. Gloomy Boogie, thank you for the raid. This card is not great at all. Galaxy Defense Robot Orbital 7. You got it, boss. You can tribute this card from your hand or field, take a Photon and a Galaxy from your deck, add one of them to your hand, send the other to the graveyard. Also, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except for light monsters. If a Galaxy-Eyes monster is special summoned to your field, you can special summon this card from your graveyard but banish it when it leaves the field. Am I crazy? This guy reads nuts. Actual custom. This is some shit, if there was anyone who played Galaxy, that they would make on that Scarlon show. Like, unfortunately, the downside is there's just nothing for Galaxy to do. Wow. Really crazy card. Dual Link's ability printed as a card. Clearwing Dragon Synchro of the 4 Heavenly Dragons. This card is always treated as a Speedroid. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can destroy an effect monster your opponent controls. And if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack. When your opponent activates a card effect, you can special summon a level 4 or lower wind tuner from your hand or graveyard. Then immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon a wind monster. This card is also good. It's a generic 7, which means that it, like, could see play. Special summon that gets really big and pops a guy on summon, just Necrotal. That's fine. There are some cool things you can do with this second effect. Hilariously, it does go pretty hard in Speedroid. It's just, what is Speedroid? And then this card, which I described to Alex in a pool this weekend. You can send a Dark Dragon monster from your deck to the graveyard, except a level 5 monster. Special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon for the extra deck for the rest of the turn except dark monsters. When a Link monster's effect is activated that targets this card in the field, you can destroy this card, then special summon one Rokket monster from your hand, deck, graveyard, and or banishment. Except Rokket Barrage. And, no. And or. You don't need to have one in hand. There doesn't need to be one in banish. Fucking shit, dude. I didn't think they could improve on circular. But this is beyond custom. You do have to play Rockets, that is correct, but you don't have to play a lot of them. I will say, yeah, Jester Harlan, you're 100% correct. If this doesn't save Dragon Link, nothing will. Thus ends New Cards Podcast.